Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Lifesize Live, the live web show produced entirely through the Lifesize platform. I'm your host, Julian Fields, and with me, back by popular demand, we got Craig Malloy going in for round two.
Hi, Julian.
Welcome back.
Thank you. It's good to be here.
So today we're talking work-life balance.
Okay.
We thought who better to bring on than the people notoriously known for having great work-life balance, the CEO.
Sometimes they don't have great work-life balance, and that's a problem also.
Well, you get the hardest work-life balance, and then you can distill good information from it.
Yeah.
Well, where do you place work-life balance?
Well, I think it's incredibly important. I mean, for me, and I think a lot of CEOs, you're thinking about the business all the time.
Right.
Like if I'm awake and I'm not, playing with my kids or doing something, with my family, I'm thinking about the business. I'm taking a shower. I'm thinking about the business. I'm riding my bike. I'm thinking about I'm going swimming. I'm thinking about the business. So, it's not just being present, but it's kind of unplugging your brain, to force yourself not to think about the business and be present for your family. That's probably the most important thing. Both not only physical presence but mental presence. That's it's a hard thing to do, and I'm not perfect at it, but I've with 35 years of experience, I think I'm finding what works for me and what works for my family.
Yeah. Well, that's interesting. You say like in the shower and things that kind of are, you could do it involuntarily. I think there's a lot of creativity that can come from that too, or when creativity hits you when you're not necessarily thinking, at your computer, what do I need to work on now? It just kind of hits you.
Well, I was on spring break vacation last week. We were down in Mexico in Punta Mita, and had this house overlooking the beach, and my family went down to the beach so I could get a couple of things done for work. And when you're there and you're not in the office, it actually allows you to think more creatively. That's not you're not seeing seeing all your coworkers in the office, which kind of remind you of specific tasks that you need to do. And it actually allows you to think more creatively. And I remember thinking, wow, I should get away from myself. Think a little bit more creatively about that.
Okay, well, I think that brings us to a topic of interest for work-life balance is vacationing.
Yeah.
What are some things that you do in a vacation setting that let you balance the two?
Well, I think everybody has to find their own what works for them. What works for me and my family is if I can. I'm an early riser anyway, so I usually get up early, make coffee. And if we're someplace nice, I can sit outside, check my email for 15, 20 minutes, half an hour, get a little work done, things that have been on my mind, if I have a thought. And then by the time my family wakes up, I'm done. I'm kind of, and then I'm, kind of done for the day, unless something urgent comes up when somebody calls me or texts me. But I generally won't check my email again until the next day. But I don't feel like I'm so far behind when I get back,
right?
Or that I'm missing something important. So I feel kind of at peace with the day that I can go off and enjoy my vacation day, but I've still checked in. And so I do that almost virtually every day.
Okay.
I check in with half an hour or so. I try not to schedule meetings on vacation unless it's something super important.
Mm-hmm.
Last summer, a fundraising call or an investor, or that sort of a thing, or some urgent customer issue, obviously. But I do try and check in a little bit and then unplug for the rest of the day.
And again, that way you're up to speed. And when you're kite surfing and you're thinking, you're able to kind of get a little bit of drip into ideas and things like that.
Actually, surfing. Not
okay,
kite
surfing.
Okay.
Was it a good time?
Yeah, it was great. It was good. Okay.
Well, how about the flip side of vacationing? So you've got work travel, and obviously that's a big one.
Yeah.
Kind of the more senior you get, the more travel it seems you inherit.
Yeah. Well, for me, it's a video communication company, so I can get a lot of this done with video conferencing, which is great. But you do need to show up. Video conferencing doesn't solve everything. Now, traveling, I'm kind of on all the time. Mm-hmm. I'm working, and if I'm in a sitting in an airport or a hotel or something, or even on an airplane now with Wi-Fi, I can get a lot of stuff done. So I actually find myself being fairly connected all the time. I'll always try and check in, with my my wife and my kids every day or multiple times a day. You text or or a video call or something at night. So travel is work travel is kind of your on all the time. The other one that I've I think is a bit of a work-life balance is just the daily routine. You keep your phone by your bed, and you check your email the first thing you wake up. Like, no, my phone's in the kitchen. I don't my mobile phone's in the kitchen.
That sounds like a good tip.
It never goes into my room. Never upstairs. And I don't look at my email until I get to work in the morning.
Okay.
Because I want to wake up. I want to see my kids. Read the news, have breakfast. I don't want to be like constantly bombarded with work, because it gives you time it gives you free space in your brain particularly I like to read the news, or the economic news, the financial news, world news, various different sources, and that's what I like to do when I'm eating breakfast, because normally in the summer my kids are still asleep, and then during the school they're off to school.
So that's the key takeaway is work while the kids are asleep.
Yes, work while the kids are asleep, and you'll never get in trouble.
There you go.
And so I actually know people whose wives lock their phone. Whose wife locks their phone in the hotel room safe.
Oh, okay.
And so they can't. They have that little self control. So I do that, and then I during the week we always have family dinner together. So I try and get home at usually I'm home after 6. I come to work early. I get to go home by 6 or sort of late as 6:30.
That's with Austin traffic.
And that's why I don't live that far away. There's a reason why the office is in this location.
Tip number 2: live closer to the office.
I worked for jobs where I had an hour and a half commute both ways, and that is miserable. You're giving up 3 hours of your day. It's terrible. It's not worth it. Yeah. So I have in the morning I have a 7-minute commute. In the afternoon it's like 12 minutes.
I mean, one thing that we talk about with video conferencing is like offsetting that commute. So yes. I could work from home at the first hour of the day and not have any traffic at all.
Exactly. And you probably feel fully productive. Yeah. Exactly. That's a good way to do it. And so when I get home, I try and get everything done for that day, and then unless there's some emergency, I don't look at my email. I don't check my phone until the next morning. Because for me, I need that unplugged time. Yeah. I need that. If I was on all the time, and the other thing about being the CEO, if I finish dinner and I put my kids to bed, it's 9 o'clock at night, and I'm online and I'm flinging emails to my e-staff.
You send me an email, I'm going to respond.
Yeah, then all of a sudden the entire company's working at 9 o'clock at night, and that's not good for anybody. So
you set the expectation.
I do, because I think it's not only is healthy for me, but I think that sets the tone for the entire company. Now, there are times where we got stuff going on. You have, one of our servers goes down, and we have a customer issue, and and you got to do what you got to do at that point. But on a normal course of business, I try and do that. I have 2 sets of kids. I have 3 older kids, or 23 or 24, 27, 20, 29, and I have two younger ones that are 12 and 10. And I'm not saying I was doing the best I could, but I think I probably wasn't as present as I could have been because I was younger in my career and working so hard. And your kids grow up really fast. And and with the younger 2, I find myself conscious of being much more present.
Interesting.
Much more present. It's like, these kids grow up really fast. I want to be here. I don't want to miss this. It's important for them that I'm there and present, and being with good dad. And it's important for me, not to miss that experience. So I think I'm more into the work-life balance now in the last 10 years than I probably was in the previous 20.
Interesting. Well, I know we're getting close to time. I wanted to give you one last parting words of wisdom for the budding entrepreneur when it comes to work-life balance.
I think it's just 2 things: happy wife, happy life. Yeah. I think people have heard that before. That's actually true. And your kids grow up faster than you think. Be present.
Yeah. Good. I've got a 1-month-old.
Yeah.
You're already pushing
place now.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely.
I mean, it'd be like that, and they're off to college. So be present.
Well, Craig, thank you so much for coming back and joining us for round 2.
You're welcome.
We'll have to get you back in the books for another topic.
Yeah, thanks, Julian.
If anybody out there has any questions, be sure to shoot those over to us at Lifesize HD on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, all the social medias, and we're happy to get back in touch with you. Anyway, Thanks everybody for joining us. We'll see you next time.